there were four strangers holding this little kid down today. Let me tell y'all, I just got the fresh fade today. Went to the Dominican barber in Brooklyn. They always keeping it clean. Got the wolf cut, the pencil mustache with the gap between clean the beard, man. I was sitting there for hours, bro, which is unusual. I walked in today, right? I walked into the shop today. Wah! Wah! No, it wasn't a kid going like wah, wah. Nor was it a kid going like, wah. It was like, blah, blah. It sounded like a goblin. And I was like, what's going on in here? Like, I just opened the barber. What did I walk into? So it sounded like something violent was going on in here. Nope. It was like a 4 or 5 year old kid sitting in a barber seat crying like he's being tortured. And he was being tortured. Look, I sat down. Man, sorry, y'all. I'm tilted right now. Sorry, I'm kind of worked up. I ain't waiting for no haircut, bro. I got work to do. Cut my hair and I'm out. Otherwise, I'm going to a different barber. But these Dominicans, man, they get you so good. I was tolerant. I sat down and I was looking over at the kid, right? At the other side of the barber shop. And he's like, wah, blah, blah. And the barber is just gently trying to buzz the kid's hair. And the mom is getting involved now, right? She decides to sit down at the barber seat chair and she makes the kid sit on his lap. And she's like holding him tight, like bear hugging, like wrapping around the kid while the barber is trying to buzz his hair. And the kid is kicking and screaming. And the kid kicks the barber right in the jaw. And the barber looks mad. So the kid is doing everything to avoid the shaver, by the way. He's hitting the dodges with the smoothness and precision. Whew! Left dodge, duck, lean back, lean back, lean back. Like this kid is a ninja, but a very loud crying ninja. And the mom is trying to hold the kid down, telling him to stop. And I was like, you know, I'm watching all this happen. Remember, I just walked in the barber, so I'm watching all this happen. I'm like, all right, I just walked in on something. This should be quick though. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't like getting haircuts either. I didn't cry like this, but yeah, I wasn't happy about it. Nope, it was ongoing. All the barbers. Also, I didn't notice this until now, right? Until now when I started sitting down. But there was a line of people waiting to get a haircut. So this tells me that the reason why I wasn't in and out of getting my haircut today is because we were waiting for this kid. And the other barber, the disrespect. Bro is eating KFC. He's on his break. Crazy. Man, man, there's like 6 people waiting to get a haircut and one of the barbers is dealing with the volatile child and the other one's out here eating some fried chicken with his barber gloves on. Hey, he ain't trying to get his fingers greasy, I guess. So, boom. Now, this is what got me tilted, right? I'm being silly, obviously, about the wait time. Like, I don't mind waiting. It's part of being at the barber, right? What irritated me, when the kid kept crying and doing these ninja dodge moves and kicking and screaming, the scream genuinely sounded like this kid was in danger. Like, heavy distress. It wasn't a normal kid cry, like, wham. No, it bothered me. Like, something was really wrong. Like, this kid really feels in danger right now. And you're basically holding and restraining this kid down. And the barber is being very patient and gentle. But what happened was that some of the people waiting to get their haircut after this tried to help her. And guess what they were doing? Trying to hold the kid down, too. Trying to calm the kid. So you got like 4 people at a single barber chair trying to take care of this kid, basically like chaining him to the chair to give him a number 2 fade. And this is what also annoyed me too. The mom was sitting in the chair holding her child. Remember, I told you she's bear hugging the child in the barber seat chair while her child's on her lap, right? On her lap. And she's like, the kid is like dodging. She's trying to hold him down and everything. And she's like, you're perfect. You're perfect. Baby, look in the mirror. Baby, just look in the mirror. Don't worry. Look in the mirror. Just look at yourself in the mirror. Dude, no. Are you like, this kid is clearly in distress over the shaver, the scissors, and the barber. Ain't no distressed kid want to sit there staring at himself in the mirror, getting his head shaven or sharp scissors at his head. You think that's going to help? What kind of logic is this? Nobody want to see that. Nobody wants to see what they're afraid of approaching them in the mirror. Have you lost your mind? And this perfect thing, you're perfect. Hey, you're giving this kid positive affirmations for acting up right now. Don't tell him he's perfect while in the middle of a tantrum. This kid is like 5 or 6 years old. He doesn't know if this is being embraced versus genuine positive reinforcement. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then you got these strangers surrounding this kid all up in his face, telling him to relax or trying to restrain him. You ever get mad, really mad before, right? You ever get really mad and someone tells you to relax? Like, relax, bro. You get more mad, right? Like, you got these, like, who are these people? Like, this kid is already freaking out over a stranger putting blades to his head, and you got these other randoms going up and breathing in this kid's face, trying to hold him steady. This is crazy. And the mom was getting clearly frustrated by this. So this is why I was perceiving. She's trying to do this thing where she's trying to be gentle, like, you're perfect. Look in the mirror, baby. Listen. But then she kept breaking character, where like she was doing positive affirmations, and then she started going like, oh my God. And these whiny like, why are you crying? He didn't even touch you. Stop crying. Bro, you his mom. What are you doing that for? So boom, right? The dude eating the fried chicken finally got up. You probably forgot about him in this story, right? So he finally got up, replaced his barber gloves, and told me to have a seat. So I was like, yeah, I'm finally getting my cut. So he starts cutting my hair and everything, right? And the mom at the chair at the other side of the barber, I hear her. I'm looking forward. I'm getting my haircut. I don't look around. I'm just looking forward, right? I'm just getting my haircut. So I hear her say, see, he's done now. And she brings the kid to the front of the place, right? And behold, this was crazy to me. 3 other kids were around her. So, looks like she brought her 4 kids to get a haircut today. And I guess the little one wasn't rocking with this. And then, she was giving all her kids a lollipop for getting a haircut, reward, whatever. So, the barber always got the candy, but she didn't give the lollipop to the crying kid. And then says to him that, and this got me really mad, right? So she didn't hand the kid the lollipop. Every other kid got a lollipop besides that kid, right? And she starts going, she's like, you were really rude to the barber. You hurt him. Look at your brothers. Did they cry? You're the only one crying. Did you see anyone else here crying? You embarrassed me. And then she pays the barber. And I don't understand the context of what she was talking about, like right after this. But I remember I was getting my haircut, so I'm not looking at the front desk. I'm just looking forward, and I'm looking forward and at my phone. So I'm not looking. But I just hear the stuff going on. And she said, I don't understand the context of this. She said, "You're not getting anything today. You're lucky I have extra clothes for you in the car. You're lucky I have extra clothes for you in the car," she said, right? And again, I don't understand the context, but look, this is terrible parenting. And I thought about it on the car ride home, and this was what really was aggravating me about the situation, because I was like, why is this triggering me so much? Like, what happened really? For like, I just don't understand why this made sense to her or anything. And maybe my parenting style would be different. First of all, I would not bring my child to a barber that young. Why? Because children tend to experience sensory overload. They hear this high-pitched clipper near their ear, which is scary, the vibration of a shaver going against their head, and being told to sit still, which kids don't like to do, while a stranger does all of that to you. Got this clipper in the air, shaving your head, and you try and tell it to that's very difficult for like 5 or 6 year old kid. You know what I'm saying? This kid clearly has not developed enough tolerance yet to where they won't have a panic attack from all of this. Second of all, you having people restrain this child, or you, the mom, restraining the child while this kid is going to fight or flight response and a panic attack is going on at the same time, is insane to me. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And third of all, what I heard her say to him after the kid calmed down and wanted a lollipop, right? I actually agree with the parenting here in this sense, where, look, the best way of punishment is to remove privilege. That's why I believe to remove privilege is the best way of punishment. He had a tantrum in public. You need to teach him he does not get the privilege, aka a piece of candy or a lollipop. Okay, fine. But this public shaming ain't it. She's like, look at your brothers. You embarrassed me. Look at all these people here. Look. They're not crying, but you are. Like, dude, that is beyond counterproductive. You're more focused on your social standing as a mother rather than the child going through a sensory overload or emotional struggle. So you didn't focus on the fact that he had that panic attack. He's not going to learn how he reacted in a sense, but he's more focused on how he made his mother look in public. So he didn't lose his fear or understand the purpose of being at the barber here. He's more into his mom's public perception. And these affirmations she was giving are all messed up. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. While little bro's having a panic attack at age 5. Children need to feel emotionally validated, not praised. You could have said, I understand that you're scared. I get that it's hard for you. I hear you. That's what I always say. I always say whenever a kid's crying, but I hear you. I hear you. I understand. I just say it like, let them understand like, hey, my emotions are real and valid. And I'm being understood for my caretaker. They need to understand that. Not, you're perfect. You're beautiful. Like, bruh, like what does that contribute to anything here? Like the fourth thing is, and some of you are probably thinking this already. Cool. What would you have done then? You know, like you got a lot of criticism for what would you have done? All right, well, one thing. Oh, I just thought about this while I was recording this video, like right now. I think I know what happened with the clothes. So this is what I think what happened. This is my theory, okay? The kid was having such a panic attack and was in fight or flight and so much psychological distress. I think he may have I think the kid, he can't control his bowels, okay? I'm sure you get what I'm saying here. So that's why, she mentioned about lucky she has more clothes for him. Do you get where I'm going with this? Which, if my theory is correct about why the kid needed to change clothes, it should tell you how much of a genuine psychological distressful situation that this kid was in, where he decided, or I don't want to say he decided, where he just simply, did this impulsively. He couldn't control himself. That's how bad this was for him, Anyway, the fourth thing is that, and again, you would be like, Aku, what would you do? First of all, again, I'll be cutting hair at home, okay, until you're like 7 or 8 years old. Or whatever works for the child's developmental stage. You know what I'm saying? Like if the kid is 5 or 6 years old and they can handle it, I bet. Cool, easy. If it needs more time, then it needs more time. It is what it is. Regardless, for this situation, if I was at the barber and I had to be at the barber, the first thing I would do is remove the child from the thread. No matter what I say to him in that chair, if that kid's in that chair panicking and hitting the ninja moves and all that stuff, everything I'm going to say to him is going to go in one ear and out the other. He probably can't even hear me because he's screaming so loud. You know what I'm saying? So I'll remove him from the chair and I will literally walk outside with him or take him outside and we'll just be outside together. And look, why would I do that, right? Why would I completely remove him from the barbershop? Well, if I remove him, the sound of loud clippers, click, 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 and the hair and strangers and the buzzing noise from the shaver will not be there outside. So it will reset his sensory triggers. So not only is he getting fresh air because little bro's having a panic attack, but he can de-escalate from sensory overload because, again, kids tend to experience that very easily. And while I'm out there, I'm not just going to be like, okay, you're perfect, you're beautiful. No, I am not going to dismiss my child's fear. I'm going to offer reassurance and protection. Hey, look. Let me explain to you the process of the noise to you and what's going on here. Let me reassure you that I am your protector, okay? Everything will be okay. I'll be right behind you this whole time. If you want to hold my hand, you can hold my hand the whole time. Like, I understand it's a lot. It's overwhelming. But let me create clarity for you. Actually, let me even say it. When I was a kid, when I was your age, I was scared too. I did it. We'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And then again, you know what this teaches though? This teaches like, hey, look, if you're stressed about something, take a breather. And let's come back to finish whatever is going on. That teaches that kid that. It also teaches, look, if you're overwhelmed, it's normal. It's okay. It's part of being human. We all go through stuff. Let's understand the situation and approach it again. That's why we're outside and taking a breather. You know what I'm saying? Let's reassess. I'm trying to build this subconscious or cognitive map to help my child understand self-regulation, pacing themselves, endurance, resilience, predictability, so he can be prepared for situations in the future that may make him anxious, right? Or may really stress him out. And this is how he learns at a very early age. And literally, besides the one thing I saw from her, I don't agree with the single thing she did. But maybe y'all disagree. I think this was highly inappropriate. I think this was highly counterproductive. I think this did not do anything useful. This probably is going to make him scared to go back to the barber again because what did the kid learn? Not to embarrass his mom. Really, that's all he learned. That's all he learned, not to embarrass his mom. Like, for real, what about the barber here? The poor guy got kicked in the jaw. Like, what happened with him? You know what I'm saying? But, hey, listen, you know what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got my cut, though. I got it from the Dominicans, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I got the wolf cut right now recording this. Pencil mustache with the clean shave. Cut. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel down below. Love you guys. I'm out.